Well, you might as well overhear some of this. Northwest Falling River Broadcasting. You know, I've made a lot of history. Turn full page here. I usually do that when I show up. I make short work of it. I saw this movie once. I tell you, one of the most wonderful movies. I can't find it again. I think it was called Jeremiah. I'm almost sure it was. Man, it was an awesome movie. It wasn't that old a movie either. It was my daughter's house in Albany one night. Cable. Boy, this prophet was something. Whoever wrote the script. Some of these sectarial movies about religious subjects are astounding to me. Because I was raised in religion and curious about it. I knew it was a pile of malarkey somewhere. All of it. Well, it's sectarial history. It's not religious history at all. Understand that. Religious history is not religious history. It's sectarial. Unless you see it sectarial, you're not going to understand any of the religion of it. That is for sure. What do you think the Lord is? Sectarial or religious? For religion to take on the subject of the Lord is asinine. It's a sectarial subject. It's physics. It is. It's the poetry of physics and botany. And there is no such animal to you. And your maker will remind you that you have no evidence of the poetry you're using. None. And when you won't tie it to physics and botany, you don't have any tie to it. As a result, look at the religious sex. Bah! You make gang warfare look sick. The Pope, and you're worried about pedophile? The Pope's done a lot worse than pedophile. And now they're going to try to get people in trouble for squealing on their own ranks. Ha! I'll get into starting Europe. You pulling their arms off of people. You never said you're sorry for anything. You're not sorry for betraying Jesus. The night of the arrest. You're not sorry. You're still denying him. The guards are still asking you, you're still denying. And everyone knows you know him. Just like Peter the night of the arrest. Just like Peter the whole mission. Mocking. Like the idiot in Independence Day that didn't get fired. Or did Jesus fire him and we never got to overhear it? Is it any different? You're certainly not picking up the poetry that the book expresses. That I'm sure they're not honest. Or some of the things that Christ said about himself. But he didn't say he was Jesus. He was the truth. How much does that age? Was the truth around long before Jesus and anybody? Or did it start with somebody? Does the truth need a mouth and a brain to live? Is it a factor of description only, in other words? Dummy. Without description, is there a truth? Is there a time before description where truth walked with humanity? Is there? Did humans live before description? Can they live without description? Ask yourself these questions. These matter to everything going on here. And then begin to examine the accuracy of what is going on in terms of these terms, description. And the first thing you're going to have to do is draw a line somewhere and know what you could know and what you couldn't know, and get on the side of what you could know. And you've got so much in your head everywhere that you're in disposition about from things you couldn't possibly know. You don't believe me? Go to your maker in prayer. That's where I got the idea. And I don't think your maker's going to lie to you anymore than did to me. And I'll trust that prayer. 1, take it to the Lord in prayer. I know good and well what you're going to get told. Big deal. This is elementary stuff. This is extremely elementary. It's how you raise your children in your home. My children had this lecture when they were first abandoned by their mother. And we knew what we had to do in that home to keep it together. Because we were all leaning on her. And she was gone. And I'll tell you, you don't know what that is like. It's probably the worst moment in my life. I'll never go through that again, ever, no matter what hell I end up with or where I go or whatever. I can pass through that. I can go anywhere I'm tormented. And I know what to do. I bet. 10 years married and just walk out. And then horrify everyone. Believe me, that'll fix you up. That makes anything in Iraq nothing. Want to bet? You can have, oh man, you can duck a lot of enemy stuff, and you go through treachery, and it makes enemy stuff nothing. What's tougher on a human being, treachery or enemy? Why did these guys come home from overseas in service? Does treachery get them or enemy get them?